artists, welcome back to the channel. So July is finally here, and which means it's officially the most important month of the year for me. Why? Because my husband's birthday is just around the corner on July 3rd. If you have been on my channel for a while, you already know that my husband is no one but Nanami Kento from Jujutsu Kaisen. To celebrating his birthday month, I'm taking on the event Nanami Week 2026 from X. This is a 7-day fan event. The host gave us 3 different prompts, one main prompt and 2 sub-prompts, including AU version and NSFW version. I'm so deeply invested in celebrating his birthday this year that I did my nails by myself, inspired by him. I also wore the bracelet I made 2 years ago. Now let's jump into day 1. Prompts are First Love, Professor EU, and Linger. The last one is too much sensitive to post online, so I'm choosing the first option. Here is our sketch for day 1, my OC and Nanami sitting in a cafe. The fact is, this is the first time I drew my OC. Before that, I never tried to convert myself into a character, not with an anime character. Most of the time, those were doodles, rough sketches, portraits, but I never tried to draw myself properly or never even made my own OC because I wanted it to be perfect. But this event forced me to do it, and I'm glad I did it because I'm satisfied with the result it came and the way it looked like me and the satisfaction of first time drawing myself with my favorite character. But here is the real catch. Because I was in a huge deadline and had only a week to complete all 7 drawings, I had to do the sketches in advance. It's not possible to maintain my daily routine, including studies, exam preparations, and mountain of homeworks. So to save my sanity, I skipped recording the sketching process and do it off camera. I can absolutely show you the most detailed process, the line work and coloring. But for this drawing, I was a little bit confused because coloring will not give it that exact vibe I want. Something romantic, something nostalgic, and something cozy. So I just grabbed the black and white paints I had and did it a black and white melancholic style art. When I was doing this, I thought I might ruin it, but after watching the result, I changed my mind because it's messy, yes, but looked so pretty. For day 2, the prompts are Day in the Life, Detective AU, and Aftercare. As I'm trying to do at least one from every single prompt, so I'm choosing Detective AU. Here is our sketch of Nanami Kento in detective outfit. This is already something similar to his canon personality, something composed, mysterious, and a little bit of grumpy, like a detective should have. While you enjoy the outline, let me tell you why I'm doing all of this. I have been in love with Kento since I watched JJK. The reason is his character. I had seen a lot of girls who has crush on Gojo. Even sometimes they never watch JJK, they also fall for him. I don't know why, because personally I'm not so fond of him because I think he's so much funny and I don't like someone who makes fun of everything. As my choice is someone mature, respectable, understandable, so it's better to have someone like him because Kanda already had those qualities. That means I'm not saying that Gojo is bad. He's a well-written character, but I think he is better as a best friend instead of a life partner. Now for day 2, I did hatching, which I tried for the first time, and it looks so cleaner than I expected because first time hatches is something challenging. Now let's move to day 3. The prompts are Nanami's birthday and a special prompt instead of 2 different ones, Papamin. And I'm of course choosing Peppermint. July 3rd is here, that means it's officially his birthday. Happy birthday, dear. Hope you're enjoying your retirement in heaven. What the hell I'm saying? Alright, so a lot of fans sees him as a father figure, basically after mentoring Yuji, but I think he is protective to every single young character such as Megumi, Maki, Nobara. Whenever they stand in front of a danger, he was like, let me take care of it. At first, I thought I might draw Yuji because there is a lot of fan arts on Pinterest, him as a father holding baby Yuji. Then I decided I should do something different and something for myself, so I drew two kids. And I would say that before that, I once drew Nanami as Yuji's father. Here is a fun fact. This character are taken from my fanfiction I wrote about him. These are our son and daughter. I thought it would be better to film a sketchbook with my fanfic. As for the medium, I chose watercolor to give it a warm, soft look. As you know, this event is very long and I hate lengthy topics. To not make it boring, I choose different medium for each day. As for the first one, I chose black and white painting, and for the second one, I tried hatching for the first time, and for this one, I went back to my usual preference, watercolor, so that I could experience more in one. Also, I had to choose the medium based on the theme, what will look better on it. By the way, this challenge really taught me some new techniques I never knew I needed. Day 4 topics are main prompt, traditional outfit, AU, bakery and cafe, and overstimulation. Once again, I'm choosing the first option because I already drew cafe in the very first day. Today we keep it as simple as possible to save some time. Also, I was so exhausted after the previous painting. So, what I was saying, a fanfiction. Actually, it's not easy to fall in love with a fictional character. Whenever you're in love with a real person, you know that maybe there is a chance you will be able to meet them someday. Or even when they're celebrities, like sometimes we fall in love with sportsmen, actors, singers, there is still a possibility that maybe you will earn enough money and could able to meet them someday. But there is literally no way your fictional crush will appear from the TV screen or your book to reply your questions. Anyway, our drawing is complete, and as I told, I skipped detailing, even shading, and used some brush pen so I could fill them with solid colors without making it flat. Comparing to the previous one, I put less effort into it, but it's not that bad because it looks so clean, and right now the result is enough for me more than the process as soon as I can complete all 7. For day 5, the prompts are injured or sick, second one is villain or curse, and NSFW is pressing. As I told that I would try to draw at least one from each prompt, so this time we are choosing the third option. Finally, something we can draw without making it inappropriate. I don't really had any problem to draw them, but YouTube has. YouTube has already reported one of my short videos. I don't know what was wrong, but YouTube just didn't like that. Let's focus on the drawing. We did Nanami's face and my hands cupping his face, and he was holding it with a smile, some smirk, which is something rare from him. So I wanted to put everything I could into his expression just to make it special. To give it some extra personal touches, I added the wedding ring, but I think it should have been better if I add some shadows. As the background was dark, it could have gave it more depth. But once again, the time issue made me skip them. Still, I love how the result came out even when it do not have much details. but I adore it because of the hands, which I'm usually not good at. Also, you might notice that I didn't experiment with it and return to watercolor. The second last day is here, and our prompts are retirement and old age, medical AU, and breeding. Of course, not the last one, so medical AU. I could have choose the first one, but I didn't because I had to draw two characters, my OC and Kento, which would require more time than I could give it to this one. I have a question. Why always the artists and writers fall for fictional characters? When other girls say that they got crush on the actor from the new film or some K-pop idols, and then they ask me what bracelet I'm wearing, what Nanami means, and I couldn't answer them because it sounds so weird to wear a bracelet on a fictional character's name. The disadvantage of falling in love with a fictional character is no matter how much you try, you can never date him or marry him. That's why we fans grab our sketchbook or notebooks and scribble our imaginations or write our delusional stories. But something I can't deny is I don't like when I see others doing fan arts with their OC and Kento. I know it sounds childish, but it hurts so much to see him with other girls when I know that they're prettier than I am. I'm not saying it out of jealousy. I'd call it insecurity. Insecurity of being good but not better, or unable to being the best. That is the part I hate about fictional character because they are public figure. Everyone has right to love them. I don't have the only legal permission to love him. This one is complete too, but it looked a little bit dull, so never mind. Now let's move to day 7, and it's a free day. There is nothing better than this to end a event peacefully. So I finally get enough confidence and drew my OC, and I'm really so excited about it. The first love one I drew in the very first day was a OC2, but there my face was not showing properly and it was in manga style. But this time I drew myself in Jujutsu style, and not gonna lie, but it created so much trouble. I erased every time thinking that maybe this not looking like me or it's not much in Jujutsu style and look like a random anime character. That is the problem of being a traditional artist. If I knew digital art, I wouldn't worry about it that much because you'll see that a lot of digital artists make fan arts, and if that artist is good at drawing, it look exactly like it was a official art, or if a random person sees it, they would immediately think that it might shown in the original anime. But here is an advantage of being a multi-artist, that I can easily adapt any style. To be honest, I can't believe I made this. It's more than I expected, and the self-satisfaction is so higher. Maybe my favorite one so far. I'm opening my sketchbook every few minutes and every time I'm opening, I just got butterflies in my stomach. Here are all the drawings I made in this week. I'm feeling so tired. Before that, I never drew that much drawing in just a week. Usually, only a single painting takes me 1 or 2 weeks, and sometimes it takes a month. If you want to see them properly or want good photos of them, you can check my Instagram or visit my account in X. But before I finish this video, let me show you some of my old arts of Nanami Kento. They're in this sketchbook. You can see him in the sticky note. Every year I draw him at least once. The very first one wasn't even a proper painting, it was a sketchbook spread. I drew some doodles of him and wrote why I love Nanami. When I first saw him, it was hard to find much fan arts of him, but lately I see a lot of women find him attractive. This one is the very first painting I made on 2024, and this one was from 2025. I filled the burned part of his face with flowers. It's also from 2025. It's a lyrics out of the song Pretty Little Baby. There was a trend last year. And this one I made on a small box of eraser. Last one is a recent painting I made before that event. You can see the date, it's March 2026. That's all for today. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends.